Welcome, welcome. This is the Studio X podcast. I am Adam Rowe.
And I'm Max Kobetich.
Well, are we almost at 10? We're getting close. 10th
It's
episode.
up there. We're not quite there, but
Yeah,
it's up there
yeah.
for sure.
Anyways, we'll get this one started off. Some breaking news.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Apple just came out with they just came out with their M1 chip for their Mac Mini. Have you heard about the M1 chip? It came out the M1 chip for the Mac, the iMac Pro, and the MacBook Pro. They came out with a 13-inch MacBook Pro with an M1 chip. It's Apple's new core processor chip.
Okay. So
And-
an M1 chip, that's not a kill streak in Call of Duty?
No,
'Cause
it's not a
sounds
kill
like
streak.
streak in
It's
Call
not
of
a
Duty.
kill streak, and it's
All
not
right.
a gun. The M1.
All right.
It's
just checking.
It's a processor, and they've replaced basically what Apple's done in the last month or so.
Yeah.
Is phoned up Intel and said, "Hey, you're not part of the family anymore. See you later.
Aw.
You're not coming to Christmas.
Oh, no.
You're gone."
Oh,
basically.
Wait, what did they say? Did they have like a falling out or something? Like,
No, it's just they came up. They made a chip that's so much better than the Intel chips now. Like, listen to this.
so it's like, wait. So it's like, you have a significant other and you bring them to family Christmas one year,
Mhm.
and you think the relationship's going really well, but then something happens and you break up and you have a better significant other the next Christmas, and that what you're saying?
Basically, yeah.
That's tragic. That's just tragic.
No, this was more like Apple was dating someone,
Okay.
and then their parents said, "Hey, we have this arranged marriage that's really good." And Apple tried it, and it's a lot better.
It's a lot better.
It's a lot better.
Damn. All right.
Anyways,
Okay.
no, this chip is they've doubled the battery length just by using this new chip. They have not changed the battery whatsoever, and they've doubled the length of it. How crazy is that?
So it's just not like for
It
dummies
optimizes-
like me.
it-
It just
It optimizes everything, basically,
okay.
of the computer.
Okay.
So like if you had like 8 GB of RAM on like a regular Mac, top MacBook, you might not be able to run certain softwares because it's just not big enough. The programs that you're trying to run are just so huge, and they use so much data and processing power.
Uh-huh.
And so if you had like, say, this is just for RAM, if you had like 8 GB of RAM, you can't run, Fruity Loops it's like a music software.
Like
Say
Fruit Ninja?
Fruit Ninja, you can't run that
Because
game.
I'm about my fruit. I need my Fruit Ninja. If I can't get it,
Well, no, talk about gaming graphics on Mac. They're pretty shit. And
that's
maybe
the only gaming I do is on Mac. What are you talking about?
Okay, there, bud. What do you play? Chess? Default-
Solitaire.
Never delete the default chess on Mac. It will destroy your computer.
Wait, really?
That's like the secret
Really?
vault of the encrypted keys for your Mac is in chess. Because you
Okay.
can never delete. It's so hard to delete chess.
Why
Um,
have you tried to delete it? And
I've tried to delete it on, I think, this computer. Just doesn't delete.
it's built into the software.
It's literally immortal.
Okay. Yeah, chess. A little bit of solitaire. I'm a gamer, dude. What can I
It's
say?
taking up 100 gigabytes. I said, I opened it up. It looks like Windows XP graphics. I don't know why it needs so many gigabytes.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking.
Hey man, the Queen's Gambit. It's big. It's a big show now. Everyone's buying chess games.
True. Anyways, no. So this chip, they call it the M1 chip, and it came out in the MacBook Pros, and they came out with a 13-inch. And people were doing like just like regular testing. They had like the highest spec'd MacBook that they sell right now.
Okay.
Like it's got 64 RAM and i9 crazy specs.
Okay.
And then they kind of and then they got like a kind of a default version of an M1 chip with some okay kind of things. and it's amazing how much the M1 optimizes like the things you have, and you can do so many things with like just 8 gigabytes, like it's like of RAM or something like that. Like it's
Wow.
crazy how well this chip's working.
Wow.
And it just came out in the Mac Minis, and in Japan, the Mac Mini is the number one best selling desktop right now. Number one.
Desktop?
Yeah,
Isn't that a
desktop computer.
is it not a laptop?
No, Mac Mini is the thing we got over there.
Oh, okay.
That's the Mac Mini. And
Smart me.
yeah, and yeah, it's the number one in 1 week. They like got like 10% of, or like 8% of the market, which is insane.
Wow.
Because like you think of all these tech companies, some the big ones kind of are like 15 to 20%. The smaller ones, it kind of evens off down there. I think they went up like eight, yeah, like 8%, and like now they're the number one basically in Japan. Craziness. But it is, a lot of people do say that it is like it's the beginning of like M1 technology. So I mean, like it is so optimized compared to the ones, and it's a lot cheaper. So like say you buy the top spec like MacBook Pro right now.
Okay.
Well, you can get the M1 MacBook Pro for like fraction of the price, and it's like, it's pretty damn good for what you're getting. Like you're almost getting the same amount. They haven't done like, comparison tests like exact yet, but they're just saying that like what you could be do on like the regular Intel, processors, like you can do miles more with the M1 chips.
Wow.
Um so they're saying that you don't might not want to rush out and get, like, if you're looking to do some crazy things on your like Macs, and you need a crazy powerful computer, you might not want to rush out and buy that 4 or 5 grand MacBook Pro just yet. But they also say that the M1, it's first generation, so there's gonna be a lot of improvements in the coming years. You think of any new technology, like look at the iPhone. The iPhone
Yeah.
came out, and look where it is now.
Yeah.
So it's like, you might, like, that's the thing. You might want to wait a year and see if, like, if they have some, because it's very new technologies. There might be some really, bad flaws that they haven't actually found out yet.
For sure. Yeah.
They're just looking at the pros right now, just because it's just came out. So, yeah, it's kind of like a wait to see, but you don't want to, if you need something right now, do you go with the M1 chip, and might have some problems in like the future, or you know do you stay with the pay the big bucks for the old technology that's tested and proved? Anyways, that's the new M1 chip. Other news is that I don't even know if I want to talk about this, but
Oh
as
no.
it's everywhere right now
Okay.
that Logan Paul.
Yeah. Logan Paul. Yeah. Wait.
Oh,
Let me just let me just sink in. Logan Paul. He became big on Vine, and then he became huge on YouTube, and then he had a lot of controversies. All right. Okay. And now he's big again, but not as big. Okay, I get it. Okay. I'm just
yeah.
trying to picture it. I'm just trying to picture. Okay, Logan Paul. All right, I got it. I got it. Go on.
Anyways, Logan Paul, I think he was the one that started the, oh, boxing, let's get into boxing.
Yeah.
And they had this whole rivalry with this YouTuber KSI from London, England,
Yeah.
and his little brother Reggie,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
they're both YouTubers. Same like
Logan and Jake.
Logan and Jake, which
Yeah.
Jake is Logan Paul's younger brother.
Yeah.
And they came up with this boxing match because they had this unresolved beef.
Yeah. Why? But
And
why? Because somebody said you look like a poopy face or something.
yeah, something like that. And they boxed, and Jake won to Reggie, the younger brother. It was Jake that won.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think Reggie did a lot of training.
It didn't seem like
It
it.
did not seem like
Yeah.
it. And Logan was like sleeping in the ring as far as I'm concerned. He was asleep
Against KSI.
against KSI.
Okay.
It kind of looked like he was sleeping in the ring.
All right, then that's a new technique.
And he came out after the ring and said that he sneezed 3 times when he woke up that day before the fight.
He sneezed, yeah.
He sneezed 3 times,
Yeah.
and obviously he was sick, and
Well,
that's why he lost.
He was unable to perform because he sneezed. If I sneeze, like say I'm doing a little cleaning around the house. I get under the couch.
Yeah.
I get under
real
the couch,
dusty place.
dusty place, a little dust in my nose.
It throws your game off.
It throws my game completely off.
Yeah.
I sneeze once, I'm done for the day.
Yeah,
I can't.
For sure.
All right, yeah.
And
so he lost that fight.
he lost that fight,
Yeah.
and he kind of came to, at like a couple months later, he kind of realized that, he just said that he wasn't a fighter. He doesn't have
Fair
that
enough.
innate nature,
Yep.
to be, aggressive in that, territory or whatever you want to
Fair
call
enough.
it.
Yeah.
Anyways, he took a year off. That was like a year or two ago, and he's actually been doing podcasts and stuff like that now.
Mm-hmm.
Not really doing any boxing at all. Not, doing training, not doing that. Anyways, his younger brother, because I think because he won the fight,
Yeah.
he got all hyped up, and he started training and doing a lot of boxing stuff and getting into it. Anyways, his younger brother just fought another guy who was actually an NBA player, Nate Robinson,
Yeah.
and KO'd him.
Yeah.
KO'd the guy.
Wow.
Now, I don't think a lot of NBA players do box.
I can't imagine, I can't imagine myself if I was an NBA player. I'd go to practice, shoot, do all this stuff for basketball.
Yeah.
I can't imagine there being, at the end of practice, boxing training.
True. Yeah.
I don't think they're really experienced in throwing punches.
Well,
Blocking
neither is
punches.
Jake Paul, though.
Jake Paul, no, but he has had at least he's been training for it at least a year or more,
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's a killer athlete, And they're both, if he's an NBA player, he's obviously an insane athlete. Jake Paul looks like a great athlete,
Well, we'll see.
We'll see. Okay. All right. Okay.
And anyways, so he won that fight. He KO'd him. And I mean, I think Jake Paul did train pretty good.
Yeah.
I still don't know if he can really fight or if he just trained a little bit better and was a little bit more confident coming into the match. I think Nate Robinson was just kind of like, this fucking guy again.
Yeah.
And
he underestimated him. You think, or?
Maybe underestimated him.
Yeah.
And so I think that's what happened with that fight. Anyways, Logan these days has been just stirring it up. Just stirring they want the constant attention. That's all they want.
Yeah.
And if it's controversial, they don't care.
They don't care. Good attention, or what is it? Any
publicity is good publicity.
Yeah, that's the kind of key for YouTube for sure.
Anyways, and he was throwing chirps out and stuff, and I mean the Paul brothers have been on Mayweather all the last 2 years because he's the king of boxing right now.
Yeah,
undefeated.
Yeah,
and I think he just laughs his head off, Mayweather. Floyd.
Yeah,
and anyways, I guess. It's everyone says it's in the works that because of Jake Paul knocking out Nate, Floyd is going to pretty much not reimburse, but take I'm blanking on the word.
Take the challenge. What reimburse?
It's something like that. Re-embrace or I'm blanking on the word. I had it in my mind.
On revisit the idea of fighting them. Is that what you mean?
No, he's gonna show because he won. He's gonna help, and he's gonna show everyone that they are the best.
That Mayweather's the best, or that the Pauls are.
No, that the Pauls aren't the best.
So
what's the word? I'm totally blanked on the word.
So
guys.
Mayweather.
Holy crap!
So Mayweather he's what you're trying to say is he's essentially he's coming to show, hey, I know you guys are feeling hot right now, but just remember who's the top.
No, what's the word, Max? Re-embrace
No, that's
him?
not it.
Re
Re
reestablish?
remind
No.
reestablish.
Lexi,
What is
we need a fact check. What's the word when you're in like someone shames on your family or something like that, and you come in to step up and to show them that
re? Oh my God! Now I can't think of it. I know what you mean now.
like defend or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Like defend
re-
your
You know,
What is the word? What is happening? I've never blanked on a word so much in my life.
I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna read
Reintake or
remuggable.
Lexi, we need you.
I don't know what you're gonna have to give me more context. Try using it in a different sentence.
Holy, I blanked. Anyways, this
Maybe-
guy's gonna. Floyd wants to like help out. Like he wants to show that. Like Floyd was on Nate's side.
Are you
when
talking
they-
about advocate?
No, that's really far off. It's
That's not that
really-
far. That's not that far off.
Advocate him?
Advocate, like he's gonna advocate for something. Whatever.
No, it's something. It's you know what I'm talking about.
I know
Max?
you, but I know.
It's when you come in. Okay, say like you got you have like someone you're cheering for. Reavenge, not revenge.
Reimburse.
Avenge him. Maybe it's that. Avenge. No, avenge his.
Avenge him. Yeah.
Vengeance?
Avenge. Like I'm going to avenge the honor of my friend.
Yeah, kind of like that. There is a word though. There is a word. You had the word in your
I
mind.
had the word, but that was not that. I thought you were talking. I thought you were talking about something else.
Retribution.
He's gonna retribute.
I literally read it in an article.
Reprisal.
I literally read it in an article, and I completely forget now. It's like retake his honor, basically.
Reinstate.
Reclaim.
Reclaim.
No, it's this too much time on this topic. We've lost it.
The best.
We've lost it.
Okay, so he's gonna avenge his he's gonna avenge him.
Avenge is a similar word, but it's not what I was looking for.
All right.
Kind of like I think Floyd was on like Nate's side, and then like he saw him lost, so then like Floyd just like. But I don't know why he's not going for Jake. He's going for his older brother. It's a little confusing. But anyways,
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Floyd wants to avenge Nate Robinson's defeat and fight Logan. And they've agreed to the fight, and it's supposed to be scheduled in February.
Dude, if I'll just say right now, if Mayweather
Dude,
if
and this is the
Mayweather
thing.
loses, I will.
No. That's literally no. This is the thing. Logan's only had like basically one fight, and
Yeah.
he lost, and he looked like he was half asleep. And he even said to people, he's not a fighter. He doesn't.
Yeah.
He's not good at fighting.
But if he doesn't have a sneeze, he might be better. He might be able to beat Mayweather.
It's really when he wakes up that's really determines the fight.
Yeah. It's not the training beforehand.
No.
really
It's that morning before.
Yeah.
How you wake up. You
Yeah.
roll off the bed. If there's
Yeah.
a sneeze, if there's a twisted ankle,
Yeah.
that could throw the game off.
Yeah. If
Or
you
throw the fight off.
if he rolls out of bed, twists his ankle. Yeah.
Done. You're done. You're dead meat, bud. Anyways, I could see like Floyd coming for Jake because like Jake just won like 2 of these fights. He's gone.
Yeah.
And like maybe Floyd's just like. The other thing I think too is like everyone is so bored these days because of COVID
Yeah.
that they're kind of like. And the Paul brothers, they don't stop for anything.
No.
COVID, it's a hoax.
Yeah.
And so they still have the attention on them.
Mhm.
all the other people that they get the attention or make the attention, make the gossip for the attention, are kind of like, you know what, let's chill, guys.
Yeah,
Let's not do some crazy stuff. And I feel like the Paul brothers, they're just going, they're going 200% now.
Nah, yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think Floyd's just kind of like, he's either like, let me get in on this,
Yeah.
or he's kind of like, these guys are getting annoying.
I feel like that. I feel like it's the latter. I think it's that they're getting annoying. Like he respects the art. It's an art. It's like it's a boxing and fighting and like martial arts and all that stuff. It's really
Yeah.
it is really an art. It's deeper than just being like the strongest guy there. So I think he has, because I think Floyd has so much respect for boxing that he's like, these guys are just coming in here and kind of making
Making it look not
like
as
making
good
look,
as it is.
yeah.
Not as difficult and as pain taking and
Yeah.
knowledge and stuff like that. But it's like he's obviously gonna win, so I don't know why. Maybe he's just getting bored.
Maybe.
That's the thing. Maybe he's bored because of COVID.
Maybe. Has he fought recently? Like, I'm not up to date. I don't know any of the.
No, he fought like a year or two ago, and that was like his 50th fight. I think it was like 52 or 53, and he was thinking of retiring.
Yeah, that's all. That's the last I heard. So maybe
It was McGregor.
Was it?
McGregor was his last fight. I'm
Okay.
almost positive. I
Well,
might be wrong.
Either
but I'm
way.
pretty sure it was McGregor. I'm pretty sure McGregor came out,
Yeah.
and
McGregor.
well, he's UFC champion.
Yeah.
So and boxing's a complete different craft.
Yeah.
And he won against McGregor.
Yeah.
So I think, and then he was thinking of retiring, and he was like, McGregor was like, he's like the #1 UFC. Like that's just I don't know. There's just not enough boxers, I guess, for Floyd right now. There's just not a lot of people boxing because UFC's so big now. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Used to be like back in the day, like it used to be just basically boxing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, but
It really might just be the fact that the Paul brothers are so like so many eyes are on them. Like Floyd's just like, I'll take advantage of it.
yeah,
And
so many 9-year-old eyes.
Yeah, well, and he'll be like, well, you know what? Maybe I'll. But
Dude, it's a little bit embarrassing, honestly.
I feel like
to Floyd, it's a little bit embarrassing, but I don't know what to do.
I don't know.
Honestly.
I would feel like he wouldn't even want to be associated. Like he was just like, yeah, whatever. Kids go play, kids.
Yeah,
I don't know. Who knows? Maybe Logan's gonna.
because they don't even call them it. They don't even call it professional fighting. They call it YouTube fighting. Like,
Yeah.
anyways, but that's supposed to be scheduled, and what Logan's last fight was like complete terrible. So it's like,
Maybe he he lost, and now he's like back for a vengeance.
I don't think
You know?
Logan thinks that far.
No, you don't think a little bit like a Rocky,
I don't
like a little
think-
bit of Rocky 1 action going? He loses
After
and
Japan, I don't think he thinks.
he
that
doesn't
far.
think things through.
No, I don't think he
That's
thinks
true.
far like that at all.
That's true.
Anyways, that's the Jake Paul basic gossip, if you
Okay.
know what I mean.
Okay.
Anyways, another thing is Cyberpunk's coming out in 3 days? It's Cyberpunk 2077, one of the most anticipated games for 2020, or maybe even the last 2 years. They came out with the expo, and when it first got released, like Keanu Reeves is in it.
Kanye West?
Kanye West might be in there too.
Or was it Kanye Reeves? I can't remember.
Keanu Reeves is like, he's not the main character, but you're the main character. Obviously, it's an RPG game.
Yeah.
But he's like your guy, and he's fucking Keanu Reeves,
That's pretty sick.
and everyone's like, just simping so hard
That's
for
pretty
him.
sick.
Anyways, no, it's this game. Do you know much about it?
I don't know anything about it. Dude,
Let me
I honestly
explain,
I thought
dude.
there was a game. I thought it was out before. I was like, oh yeah, it's been out since like fucking 2005. That's what I
No, it's
thought.
because it's been like anticipated for so long. So
Okay.
much hype over this game. It's basically an open world RPG game,
Okay.
and those games are pretty rare because everything's victory royale
Don't even
now.
get me started on
So
battle royales.
open world RPG games are very far between
Yeah.
these days.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so that's why I'm excited, and that's why I've been following it. It's basically what I can if you look at some of the trailers and stuff, it's just nonstop action. It looks like, it looks like an expendable movie or something like that.
Ooh.
It's
Okay.
just
Yeah.
like constant action.
Yeah.
And people are saying that it's not quite like that. It actually has a very, uh, thick story and plot,
Hmm.
which I mean, I dig that. People are saying that it's more like Grand Theft Auto than like a constant action game. It's more like I don't know if you've ever played Grand Theft Auto, Max. Um,
Uh I played it like, once or
oh,
twice.
okay.
I have probably some embarrassing amount of days on the game, but it's no big
Yeah,
deal.
no big deal. You know how like the story starts out and like you got to go through a bit of the story just to kind of get in the game before
Yeah.
anything happens. They say like it's about 3 to 4 hours of gameplay before any gunfights or anything crazy going on.
Okay, that's a little
Um,
long, but all right.
but the storyline is super immersive, and they say it's they say like IGN just did like their full like playthrough and game review,
Oh, okay.
and they say because it's not out, nobody can play it right now, and they said that it is a fairly short story for such a big game. It's about 20 to 25 hours of gameplay,
Okay.
for like if you're just doing story missions. Now the side missions to the storyline are super immersive. They say that
Mm.
different ones you do and how you do them and decisions you make in the game will completely change how the game goes. Just like I mean, Grand Theft Auto had a couple of these where if you decide to go with this guy or that guy, you would have a different ending.
Yeah.
I think this one's even like it's like, even more than that,
Nice.
where there's so many different outcomes that you can like, they said that, if you if you like you talk to a guy and you say like, "Oh, you don't look like you criticize something about him," he gets fired. And like, like things like that, like you can actually like change, like it's very personal
Mm.
because you're changing things, you're making decisions.
I like that.
And I think with like the upgrades for like you can upgrade your like your clothing, your guns, your melee attacks, stuff like that. And with that, I think it is kind of like a perk list where you have to like get things in the game to upgrade perks and stuff, but there is a lot of unique customizations um to personalize your gameplay basically. um they say that the graphics are so nice. The landscapes, it's basically like, how Grand Theft Auto, they have like the city, then they have like the deserty area and the mountain area.
Yeah.
It's kind of similar. Now it's more of like a city map. So like I think the city's way bigger
Okay.
than like the outskirts, but there are little outskirts that you can go to. And it's basically a game that was, if you think, what's that, 50 years or 40 years from us now, 47 years or
Yeah.
37 years,
Okay.
2077, what the technology is going to be like then, that's what they tried to do. And so like it's not too far off where we are right now,
Yeah.
but like everything just looks so futuristic, and like there's holograms and people have robot arms, and you live in this huge like up crime. It's like there's a lot of crime, this huge metro city, and you're basically like it's a role playing, so you're a character, and you're kind of you're kind of in like a gang, and you can really personalize like how you want the story to go. But Keanu Reeves is your ex Like he's like an ex-biker rock star
Of course. Of course.
who helps you get on your feet. And I think at the beginning of the game you get like all bashed up and you get like thrown in the junkyard because it's kind of the time they're saying 2077 there's like a little bit of AI in you.
Yeah.
And so like you have like you can like you look around and you have like things in your eyes and you have like you can have a robot arm or like robot, you know, um restructuring basically.
Yeah.
Um and yeah, so that's basically what. So it's in the future. I think it'd be a pretty cool game to play because you can see all the you know you
Now,
can kind of envision it of
yeah,
what it's going to
I
be
get I
like.
get you. What now is there like GTA 5 is there um like you can do your online stuff and there's or I mean you can do your regular story mode and then you can do online like with other people or is it more just like a story game?
I haven't heard. I don't even know if they have the online. Like, remember when Grand Theft Auto came out? They didn't even come out with online for a little bit. I'm not sure about the online
True,
map,
true.
the online one. Um, but I think I mean there's got to be online. You can't have a game in 2020
Yeah, no.
without
That would be
online.
that would be the biggest mistake they
I mean,
probably
there's
make.
got to there's got to be like it's probably going to be similar to Grand Theft Auto
Yeah.
on how they do the online. I mean, who knows? Maybe that's just a system that Grand Theft Auto does. You know, maybe they'll come out with another thing. Um, but looks like a pretty cool game. They do say that right now it's really buggy, especially on the older systems. They think they're going to be really buggy
Hey,
if you don't
well,
have the next gen systems. But even on like IGN played on PC with like the craziest graphics card you can have, and there were still like some weird ass glitches. So you might need to wait 6 months for them to roll out all the fixes for that.
yeah. Hey, well,
Um,
remember when GTA came out? Like it was just the glitches out the wazoo.
yeah,
But the thing
there's
is
still
they were so
glitches.
fun. They were
Yeah, there's
so fun.
still.
I honestly wish they didn't like patch them all. So, it kind of works with the with the
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
how it goes.
Anyways, dude, today, man, I got to tell you this story. This
Okay.
story, dude.
All right.
So I had to go pick up some stuff. I had an online order to pick up at Canadian Tire. That's all I'll say. I'll just say it's Canadian Tire.
Okay.
Not that all Canadian tires are like this. There are some Canadian tires that are very nice. And
Yeah.
they're very good service.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
very easy to go and buy. I do love Canadian Tire as a
Yeah.
Canadian.
You got it. I mean, it's iconic.
Anyways, this person had me pick up some it was actually some Christmas lights from Canadian Tire,
Okay.
and it was an online pickup, and they didn't have any around us, so I had to go a little bit into the outskirts where I used to live. And that Canadian Tire, I mean, was always not the best.
Uh
It
huh.
was always a little bit, the stuff wasn't as nice. They didn't have a lot of things. Things weren't very organized. And I mean, in the last few years, they've actually like the companies upgraded a lot of their locations, and
Okay.
that store never wanted any upgrades.
It just wanted to stay, true to it, true to
Oh
its
my
roots.
goodness.
Is that
Anyways,
how it
I
works?
hadn't been there forever,
Okay.
and I went there today, and I was looking. So this is what I was looking for, you folks. I was looking for. I had one return, so I had something that I needed to return, and then I wanted to get like a fire starter, like a lighter that you can stick into a barbecue
Okay.
starter, and some Gorilla Glue, and pick up the online order. So I had a return, two things to buy, and an online order. Okay,
Okay.
so I go up and there's a line out the door. So I go, oh, maybe maybe it's a little bit busier today or something. I'll go sit in line. I
Yeah.
think there was
Whatever.
like 5 people there in front of me when I got there. So we're all standing out there in the line, and people are leaving, and they're letting people in. And then one person leaves, and then the next person goes in.
Okay.
Right? Makes
Yeah. Yeah.
sense. Anyways, it got up to the girl. It got up to the girl that was in front of me, and they shut the door.
Okay. Just maybe they're just trying to keep the cold air out.
And people, one person left,
Okay.
and she went like kind of like, and then another person left. Still, the door's not open. Another person left. Got up to like 5 or 6 people that have left, and no one's gone in.
Okay.
So then she walked up to the door like, oh, like maybe, like maybe if I go up, they'll go, oh, there's people here or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It was a double door, so there was like 2 sliding doors, and the one was open, but the other one was shut. So she went into
Oh, the exit side.
no, no, no.
No?
No. There was an exit side and there was an entry side.
Yeah.
And there was a double door on the entry side,
Oh.
and she went into the column because the final door was shut and the beginning door was always open.
Yeah.
And she goes up, and the lady kind of goes, there's like, I can see 2 people in there. There's like one on like one register, and then there's this other one standing there.
Okay.
And I walk in, and she walks in. She's waiting there, and the girl's waving, and the girl inside, the one that works there, kind of goes like acknowledges her, but just kind of does something like this.
Yeah.
So then we're waiting. So then another person, and then another person, and then another person, and another person, and another person
I'll leave.
all leave.
Okay.
Meanwhile, the line that I'm in, I'm the second one in line, but the line that I'm in is getting so unbelievably long.
Yeah.
And I'm like looking back, and people are going, what the hell? Anyways, I waited there for like 30 minutes. We waited there.
Yeah.
And like from the time I got in the line, and like even a lady from the back of the line came up and like literally went right beside me, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, 6 feet. Anyways, she went up and she goes, lots of people have left. Why aren't you going in? And we're like,
like it's your decision.
yeah. She's like, you should knock. You should knock. And the lady that was in front of me was like, no, they're on walkie-talkies and stuff. Like, they're doing something. And she knows I'm here.
Yeah.
She's just not letting us in.
Yeah. I'm staring the fuck right at her.
So then so the old lady goes back, and then I'm still staying there. We wait there for like 30 minutes, and then like basically the entire store's gone.
Yeah.
And I'm
you
like,
got half the city in line.
all I could think of is maybe they're doing like a full clean of like I don't know what they were doing.
Yeah.
Anyways, they finally get, it was probably like 20, 25 minutes. We finally get in there.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, I'll go get that lighter and the Gorilla Glue. So I go get it. And then I come back to the register, and they've got this like, what they have is they have like this. So you can go in from one entry, and you go in, and you have to turn around. There's this like little tunnel thing. You got to turn around and go, and then you have to, and then there's like those things where you can only go in one side of them. So you go through that, and then you're in the store. And in the exit, they've got it completely closed off, and you have to go into this little maze to the cashiers. And I legit, dude, I shit you not, it's literally like this wide.
Okay.
You cannot, if you needed to go by somebody, you would have to touch their ass to get by them. That's how small it was. And you go down this little thing, and they have like all these cashiers things closed. And they have it all boarded up, so you can't even like get out there.
Holy shit.
And it goes down to the end one where one of the 2 girls that I saw when I walked in was on. They only had one cashier open.
What are they boarding up for a zombie apocalypse?
And you had to go all the way to that one cashier to get out of the store, and then past that cashier, and then get out of the store. And so because they left, they made the whole store leave. When I got in the line, there was only one person ahead of me.
Yeah.
So I waited in there for a little bit, and then I was thinking, okay, I got to make a return, get this online order, and buy stuff. And it's like everyone just got into the store at once, so everyone's gonna get their stuff and want to buy it. So I'm like, I better be like quick.
Yeah.
Anyways, it was good because there was no one behind me when I walked up, like when it was my turn, when I walked up to the cashier. And the 2 girls were literally there, and I walk up, and I I put the stuff on. I put like the stuff. I put the stuff I'm buying. I was gonna do the return first, so I put the return down, and I'm like looking at this girl, and this girl's kind of like, I don't know. She's doing something. She's kind of like doing something on like with like behind like the register, and I'm like, yeah. So I was wondering if I could return this. That's what I said.
Yeah.
And
Like
she,
a normal. Yeah.
yeah, and she goes. And she goes, so I go, I was wondering if I could return this. And this is all she does. She goes like this. She goes,
Okay. So it is a zombie apocalypse.
and I'm like, I can return this. And she's like, and I don't want to make any jokes about it because she could have had a disability.
Okay.
She didn't look like she had a disability though. It was like she was just really, really slow. Like it was
Okay.
literally like she was like, she talked slow and she just kind of was like, just really out of it. It was super strange.
Okay.
And I'm like, hello. And she's just kind of like staring at me. She's like, sorry, what? And I'm like, I would like to make this return. Can I return this? And she goes, yeah. And she grabs it and say, this is what I was returning. She grabs it. She's looking at it. And then she goes and she puts it in this box.
Okay.
And then she comes back and she's like this. And I'm like, oh, like the receipt?
Yeah.
Right, because usually they're like, yeah, can I see the receipt?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
She puts it in this box and she's like, receipt. So I get the receipt and I give it to, well, I already had the receipt.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
it was on the table. She could have grabbed it at the beginning.
Yeah.
I was like, the receipt.
You're
Then she grabs the receipt.
gonna need that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She grabs the receipt and then she goes on the computer. And say this is like the computer and it's like up high. She goes like this. She takes the receipt and then she's like this.
Yeah.
And she's literally looking in the distance.
Oh no.
And I'm like, okay. And then she's behind the desk. She starts doing things. And then she's grabbing pieces of paper and moving them. Like she's doing other tasks randomly while she's trying to refund. I'm trying to get my thing refunded.
Yeah.
She's doing other tasks. She's going over here. She's getting all these pieces of paper. And I probably waited there for 5 minutes. And people on the line. And like, you know, when you're in the line, you're making making it long.
You feel everybody breathing.
You
down
feel
your
everybody
neck.
breathing down. And I was a little bit like reassured because hopefully people that looked could see that it wasn't me that was taking so long.
Yeah.
She was literally doing tasks and then she went back to the computer and then she was just kind of standing there for a little bit. And I kind of had to peek my head over.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, and then she was like, and then she came back and she's like this, looking at me again. And I'm waiting for her to give me the refund on my card.
Yeah. You're not waiting to just.
I've got my card. I was literally staying there with my card like this.
Okay.
And I'm like, can I get the refund? And she goes, oh, it was automatic. And I'm like,
Wait, what? You don't have my card though.
she's like, yeah, it went through automatically. And all I'm thinking in the back of my brain is, I better get Dad to check his card. Better get Dad to check the Visa.
Yeah.
And I've never had this happen to me, but I guess you can if the price is low enough, you can get it automatically refunds back to your card and you don't have to do anything.
Wow.
That seems a little bit sketchy to me. Anyways, I've never had that happen to me before, so when I heard this, I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, and after the how how she's acting, you're kind of like, well,
Yeah.
Maybe not. Maybe you want to try again. Yeah, I get you.
So then I just grabbed the stuff that I was buying and walked out of the store and I said automatic. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, good one. That's a good one. No, I paid automatically.
Yeah, it's automatically.
It's automatic.
Anyways, but I guess there's a way that you can get automatically refunded. It seems a little sketch to me.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I'm like, okay. And then she's still staring at me like this. She wasn't even like staring at me. She was staring at something around me. Like it
kind
was
of past
really
you?
strange. Yeah, it was really strange. Anyways, I grabbed the stuff and I'm like, well, okay, I'm gonna buy these too. And she goes, oh. And like very slow. And she grabbed them. She she ticketed them, and then I was like, Visa, Visa, and she goes, okay, and then it came up the right amount, so I paid for them.
Yeah.
And then I'm like staying there for the receipt, and nothing's happening. She's just staying there, and then I'm like, receipt, and she goes, I shit you not, this is what she said. She goes,
It was automatic.
no. She literally goes, I go, receipt, and she goes, actually no receipt.
She said.
And I'm like, what? And she goes, it's not working today. It's not the printer's not working. And then I'm like, and like you can't you need your you can't sell someone something and not give them a receipt for it. I'm literally like, and I'm literally like staying there like I'm just so confused right now. I got an automatic refund. Now I don't have a receipt. And I'm literally like, okay. And like the stuff I was buying, I wasn't going to return it. So I was like, she was like, if you do want to return it, I could probably look your card up in the thing, in like the computer. And I'm like, actually, never mind. I'm just going to go.
I'm surprised she didn't say, if you want me to write you a receipt, I can write one for you. I'll buy my and sign it saying I sold that to you.
Anyways, I was ready to leave, and then I realized I still have this fucking online order to pick up.
Oh no!
And they had this one. Anyway, the store was just a complete mess. They had this one cashier that I was
That's
at.
because she was organizing it.
No, they had this one cashier that I was at, and they had all this shit. It must have been returns. All this shit in the back that was just all over the place.
Yeah.
And I was originally thinking that's the online like order things, and I'm like, this is gonna take forever to find the thing that I'm trying to pick up.
Little did you know those were just the automatic returns.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, I also have this online order. And she looks at it, and she goes, for online orders, there's actually a special spot at the back of the store. It will say online order. Just go to the back of the store. And I was like, okay. And they're like, yeah, just go to the back of the store. And the cashier was like right where the entry was.
Yeah.
So you can actually go into where like the entry like maze was to get in the store. And that's where the girl that was doing like the door policing was at.
Yeah.
And those were the only two employees I saw in the store. And so the door employee was like, she was like, yeah, it's at the back of the store.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, well, just let me through the entry again and I'll go to the back of the store.
Yeah.
So she did. She let me through the entry.
Cool. Okay.
So then I go to the back of the store. Actually, no, I go to where she said like behind, she said like automotive, something about automotive. So I go to automotive first. Go up to automotive, and there's this dude, there was another employee, I forget.
Okay.
There was 3 employees in total. And it was an older guy, like 50s, and he was talking to this like rocker dude that was a customer. And I go up and I'm waiting. I'm like, this must be it. I'm looking all around for this online pickup sign. I can't see anything. So I'm like, this must be it, right?
Did you check the janitor's closet?
Literally. And I'm
Alright.
I'm looking, nothing. I don't see any online order. So I'm literally like, I'm listening to these old dudes' conversation. They're talking about how like, oh, Jimmy was up working on the V6, and oh, Jimmy came back, need the V2, and we go on greasing on the brakes, and then we got the oil, and then we gotta get the diesel going. And I'm like, okay, they're gonna be a while.
Yeah.
So I go all the way to the back of the store where she said the back of the store, and they have like a painting kiosk or whatever you want to call it. Not a
Okay.
kiosk, but like a painting desk in
Yeah.
the back, and like people are the employees are supposed to help you out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I go up there, no one there. I'm like, excuse me, no answer, nothing. So I'm like, okay, there's nobody here.
Yeah.
So I go back to the automotive dude, and I'm like, I'm gonna have to butt into Jimmy and Jimmy's conversation.
Oh no.
And I get back there, they're like, yeah, no, I took the trailer and like we were we were going crazy. Like, we had a couple beers and going down. And I'm like, oh goodness, I'm gonna have to butt into this conversation because they're not gonna be done for a couple hours. So I'm kind of like looking at the guy like this, and I just catch his attention. I go, yeah, yeah, this is the online pickup, and he was not having a good day.
Oh no.
He goes, what are you talking about? And I'm like, oh, like this is the online pickup, right? And he goes, no. Like complete asshole, dude.
Yeah.
He goes, no. And
No,
I'm like,
fuck off.
no, literally.
Yeah.
I go, well, the girl at the front, the cashier at the front just told me to come back here. And he goes, I don't know what she said, but but this ain't the online pickup. And he goes, you're gonna have to go back up and talk to her. Literally,
Thanks for the help, bro.
literally told that to me.
Holy
He
shit.
said that to me. And I'm like,
Don't interrupt his conversation when he's talking about last weekend, bro.
what the fuck am I gonna do right now?
Yeah.
Where am I supposed to go? So I go up and I'm walking to the front of the store where like the maze is to get to like the one cashier, and I'm like, there's like 20 people in line, and and you cannot get past someone without saying excuse me and rubbing against their ass in the line.
Yeah.
So I'm like, Adam, what are you gonna do now, dude? Like, what's the game plan?
Yeah.
Rub on 20 people's asses and get COVID-19,
Yeah.
or what are you gonna do? And the thing was, I couldn't even leave the store without getting in that cashier line.
Oh my god. There wasn't even a way.
I don't know
What if you go into the store and you go, damn, I didn't want to buy this.
The worst Canadian Tire in history. I'm telling you right now, the worst Canadian Tire in history. You literally can't exit the store without getting COVID.
That's probably why they were trying to keep everyone out. They're like, hey guys,
So I'm literally like, what the hell am I going to do? Anyways, I go up the entry maze. I go up the entry because you actually had to like go into this little maze to get into the store after you get into the store. So I go up the maze, right? I'm hoping like nobody's coming my direction.
Yeah.
And I go, and it just so like right when you get into the store on the other side is the cashier. And the girl was actually doing that, like the girl that was working the cashier was actually doing something that was in my like she was looking at my direction. So I said, I was so lucky because I was on my way to leave the store.
Yeah.
So she was looking at me, and I was like, oh, I was like, I just went back there, and he was literally like, there's no online order or pickup here. And she's like, well, did you go back to the back of the store? And I'm like, yeah, I was literally just there. And she's like, there's a trailer out there. There's a white trailer. That's where you want to go.
Wait, a trailer?
I'm not making this up, dude. You might think,
Were they cooking meth?
dude, you might think, Adam, this story sounds a little far-fetched.
Yeah.
I'm not making this up.
They were doing Canadian Tire was working out of a trailer?
I guess so. She goes, it's a big white trailer crate. Actually, it was a trailer. She was telling me it was a crate. She goes, it's a big white crate. I go, a crate? She goes, yeah, it's at the back of the store. And I'm like, oh, outside of the store.
That's pretty important knowledge. Outside? It was outside. She said, go to the back. She said, just turn around, go to the back of the store. But she meant go outside into the crack trailer?
Yes. Yes.
What was... Go outside to the in the meth trailer. Walter White is cooking meth back there. He'll help you.
Literally. And I'm literally like, okay. I'm like, oh, it's outside. She goes, yeah, did you not drive your car around? I'm like, no, because you said the back of the store.
Wait, no. Wait, so she thought you got... So she thought somehow you got outside without even passing her? Because didn't you say there's only one way to get outside?
Yeah, and I passed her. I went that way.
Oh, and then you went
no. And I passed the door lady, and she said, "Yeah, back of the store." And I went back into the store.
And she didn't go, "Hey, no, buddy, come here. It's outside." She didn't do that.
She didn't do nothing, dude. She didn't do nothing. And I'm just like, right now, I'm just like, what are they like? Am I gonna get raped? What do they got me doing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, what do they got me doing here?
Yeah.
And
And wait, and then that fucking asshole didn't even say. He didn't even say, "Hey, go outside, go around back." He just said, "Go to the back of the store."
no. You're like,
Who
do
do they
you want to
have?
go to that MacPaw thing and do a
Who do
or
they?
cancel all that? Go to the MacPaw thing, do a free up.
Who
That'll
do they
just
have
get
working
things
there?
going a little bit smoother.
They have nobody knows that. I if I was working there, I'd say, "Oh no, it's on the it's behind the store."
So
First of all, why are they doing online orders outside of the store? Am I crazy?
hang on, we're just a little glitched right now till this thing. There we go. I think we're rocking now. We should be rocking. There.
Fingers crossed.
Okay, so is it better?
Yeah, it looks better.
Yeah, it's a little bit better
Feel-
now. Okay.
Okay.
So
you go
then
outside
I
the
go
back.
outside. So then I go outside, and then I see nothing. She says, "Yeah, there should be a big online order pickup sign." And I'm literally like, I see no online. I go to the store, and so to the one side there was like a fence, so I couldn't go that. And then the other side they had like the automotive, like, garage.
Okay.
And I'm thinking automotive, maybe it's like in the automotive. Anyways, there was a door for the automotive like desk, like the office. I'm like, there's nothing in there. I
Yeah.
keep going. There's no signs. There's no nothing. I go around, and on the side of the store, there's all this garbage and these old rusty like shipping crates
So oh
that
dear.
aren't white. That aren't white.
Okay.
Anyways, behind them, there's a little white trailer.
Joe's got a fucking trailer back there.
He's got his trailer and he's feeling good. He's got a little pop up online order store.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the? This is the fucking. And then I look around and there's nothing there. There's no like office to go into. There's nothing. And the trailers, it's just like a little trailer you put on like a minivan, like a U-Haul. You know those tiny little U-Haul trailers? Just one of those trailers, white, all like locked up.
Yeah.
And then I see it says there's this one sign that's behind everything. No one can read it. No one can see it. It says, "Pick up, call this number." Or... I'm not making this up, dude.
So you finally found the trailer, and they said, "Don't come here, call us."
Yes. They said,
And they couldn't tell you that in the store.
they said, "Call this number or buzz." Or buzz. Okay. So I'm there. So and then I see they have these two weird makeshift parking spots. So I go, okay, okay, I'll get my car and I'll park it. So I'm on the way back to my car. Actually, oh yeah, and there's nobody there. There's nothing. And I'm like, what the hell? So I call. So I'm outside. So she and when I talked to the girl, the cashier girl, after she told me to go outside, she rang. She goes, "Someone's here to pick up." No, not then. She said it when, remember when she told me to go to the back of the store and I went to the automotive back of the store?
Yeah.
After that, she said, "Someone's here to pick up an online package. They're coming to the back of the store." And so I was like, okay, someone should be here because she buzzed someone.
They were expecting it.
Yeah. I'm looking around, nobody. So I'm like, I'm so pissed off. I'm like, I'm going back to my car. So I'm going back to my car. I phone the person that wants me to pick this up. And I'm like, I'm ready to like jump off a bridge
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
I have no idea what's going on. There's no package.
Okay.
I'm done.
Okay.
And they're like, well, it can't be like that. Like, did you talk to the person inside the store? I'm like, oh, I did. I did.
Yeah.
And I'm saying all this thing. And Anyways, I get in the car. Dude, I was ready to leave, but I was like, okay. So I parked the car in one of those parking spots, and I'm waiting there, and I'm waiting there, and I'm waiting there, and I go, okay, I'll phone the line. So I take my phone out and I phone this number,
Yeah.
and I'm on Rogers, because that's one of the big cell companies in Canada. I get a Rogers message, like a Rogers answering machine going, "This number is not in service. This is your Rogers thing. If you're trying to reach somebody on this number, please talk to them on another thing and tell them that they haven't got this hooked up." Basically, what they were saying. It wasn't a real number.
Wait.
It was a fake number that they had posted on this sign.
What? Where who's working back there? Were they just cooking bacon in the trailer?
Dude, you're gonna like this. Okay. So I call this number 3 times, no answer. I'm sitting there and I call the person that is trying to get me to pick this up, and I say, "This is bullshit. I'm calling the number, nothing's happening." And they're like, "Okay, let me call the store again and talk to them." So I hang up with them. Anyways, the next 2 minutes, I'm sitting there. Another car pulls beside me. And it was another lady that I recently saw in the store.
Yeah.
And I rolled down my window and she goes, "Is this where you're supposed to pick your online order up?" And I go, "Yeah." And she goes, "I was just in the store talking to them. They're sending me all over the place." I go, "Yeah, I know." She goes, "But where are they?" And they have like this one door that goes in the building that doesn't have a handle or anything. And then they have this rusty old like shipping crate, right? It's rusty. It's all boarded up.
Yeah.
And it has garbage all on the top of it. And then they have this white trailer. So I'm thinking, oh, it's in the white trailer.
Must be.
Anyways, this lady gets out of her car and she's all pissed. She wasn't pissed off, but she's like, "Where the hell is it?" And it says, "Please call this number or buzz." And she goes, "I tried to call the number, doesn't work." I go, I know. I go, "Yeah, they say or buzz. Where the fuck's the buzzer?" There's no buzzer. There's no fucking buzzer. So she starts banging on like the door that doesn't have a handle that goes into the store. She starts banging on it. No answer. I'm like, what in the hell is going on? And I knew the stuff was in that white trailer because the cashier lady, when she told me to go outside, she goes, "Yeah, we can't fit all of our online orders inside, so we keep them out in that trailer. So when you get it, it's gonna be frozen." She literally, I know she said it was gonna be frozen, and I said, "That's great. I'm getting actually a new electronic." So we're standing out there, me and this other lady, me and this mom of 5. I don't know. We've been there for, I saw her in the line. She was 20 spots behind me. She's been in the store for an hour looking in the automotive section. We're both there where we got 50 minutes of wasted time on our watches, and we still don't have our packages. And I go, "I'm getting someone to phone the store." And she goes, well, she basically, she didn't say this, but she basically goes, "Well, fuck that. I'm going to the automotive." And I'm asking them what the hell's going on there. Because they have like a separate automotive place. Yeah. And they have an office there. So she gets the hell out of there. She's walking to the automotive place. Yeah. And I'm standing there. And my mom, it was my mom, but the person that got me to pick these things up phones me back and they say, "I talked to someone and they said that they're going to get someone to come out and help you." So I go, "Okay." Anyways, I wait there for probably 5 minutes. No one there.
Yeah.
I keep waiting. And I don't know where the mom of 5 went. She's probably in the automotive place with no one there because fucking Jimmy and Jimmy are still talking.
Yeah.
And so all of a sudden, so I'm sitting there, and I got the crate, the big crate, like the old rusty with garbage all over the place, that crate, and then the trailers beside me, and I'm standing kind of like right out front of like the rusty old crap crate, which is right in front of the, like, it's all right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm just sitting there like this, waiting for someone to. All of a sudden, I gotta do the animation.
Okay.
All of a sudden,
Okay.
I shit you not, this East Indian black dude with an afro comes through, and the door of that rusty old crate that looks like no one's opened for the last 50 years, it's got garbage all over it,
Yeah.
slams open, like cracks open and hits like the metal block right on the side, and this guy literally comes out of it like this. He comes out like this. He's got this huge afro. He's not even wearing Canadian Tire clothing. He's not even wearing branded clothing. He comes out. I swear.
Wait, he was just inside the box?
He was inside the crate.
What?
I swear you not. I swear you not. He had a black jacket on. He had black pants on. He had no Canadian Tire clothing. No Canadian, and their clothing is red, so I would see it. No Canadian Tire clothing. He comes out, he busts the door down. I'm thinking, I didn't even know that door worked. I'm thinking, it startled the shit out of me. He comes out, and he goes, "What's your order number?"
Because I think I just smoked it out back. Oh, you got 24? Yeah, I smoked that an hour ago.
I go, "What the hell is going on?" He's like this. He was probably an 18-year-old.
Dude, he's cooking meth, bro. I'm telling you.
In this rusty old crate. I have no idea what's going on. I'm thinking it's the white trailer.
He's in the rusty one. That makes it even better.
It's literally looked like you know those crates that they like salvage from like shipwrecks, and they pull it out of the water, and like it's just the rustiest shit, and like they can hardly even open the doors because of like all like the algae and like the all like the crap on them. That's exactly what it looked like, and it had all this garbage on the top of it and all around it. He comes busting through, breaks some garbage like on the way. Anyways, he goes, "What's your number? What's your number?" And I go, "Oh, my number is this," and then my number is that. And he goes, "Okay, give me 1 sec." He goes in, he slams the door, and I'm not opening that. You need like a ninja kick to open it because it's stuck with all like the algae and crap. And he goes in, and I'm waiting there. I'm like, I'm trying to put it all together. I'm like, what is going on right now? And then 2 minutes later, kicks the door open again. He goes, "Here you go. Box of lights." And I go, "Oh, thanks." And he goes, "Have a nice day." Walks in, slams the crate door.
Yeah.
Gone. And then, like 5 seconds later, I'm walking up to my car. The Mama 5 walks back. And she comes back. She walks around the corner and she goes, "You find him yet?" And I'm ready to drive away. I go, "I gotta help this lady out." I get out and I go, "He's in the fucking crate." He's in the fucking crate. He's been hiding it the whole time. He's fucking idiot. And the door slammed. You can't open the door, right? The door's like shut now. There's no getting in the crate. And I go, and she goes, he's in where? And I go, "He's in that crate." And she points to the white she points to the white trailer. And she goes, "He's in there. He's in." I go, "No, not the fucking white trailer. He's in the fucking garbage crate."
Dude, I fucking died.
I'm fucking garbage crate.
I'm picturing this in my head. That's fucking perfect, dude. I can't. He's fucking in there. I can't breathe.
So then she still doesn't know. She can't even get it through her head that any person would be in that. So she starts walking to the white trailer. So I stop my car. I get out and I go, no, he's fucking in there. And she goes, he's in there? I go, yeah, he just shut the door. He came out, he gave me my shit, and he shut the door. He's gone now. And I go, here. So I go up to this like this crate door. I go up to this door. I start just kicking the shit out of it. I start kicking the shit out of this door. Because I'm like, this guy. Because all of a sudden, he starts kicking back. I'm like, what is this kid doing? I start kicking again, and then I start screaming, and I go, hello, come out.
Why is he kicking
He's like, I'm trying to make some oodles and noodles. What are you guys doing? I got the noodles on the stove. I can't come out. I'm literally like, okay, come out. All of a sudden, the crate door creaks open, and this dude pinches his head out. He goes, what? Are you living in there? The worst service of my entire life, folks. Today. The worst service I've ever had in my life.
Dude, I'm fucking crying, bro. My fucking shit's coming out of my
The
nose.
worst service. Anyways, I was like, okay, I've accomplished it. I've got this. I've shown her where this, Jack in the Box is. And he was literally a Jack in the Box. You don't know when he's coming out, and he pops his head out, and you've missed him. You've completely missed him. And I was like, I started walking back to the car, but she had some things to say to him. He said, I have been looking around for you for the last hour. I talked to the automotive manager. He gave me his number.
Yeah.
And yeah. I was like, dude, I gotta get out of here. I'm done with. I was already an hour late, so I was like, I'm done with it. I'm leaving. And she so she goes, what the hell? Where have you been? I've been walking around for an hour. He's trying to get his stuff. He hasn't got his stuff. I talked to the manager, and all this. I'm thinking of this kid's gonna go. This kid's gonna go. Oh yeah, sorry for the inconvenience. You know what this kid goes? He goes, yeah. What's your order number? He's just oblivious to all her all her feedback on how he's done a complete shit ass job. She just goes, "What's your order number?" And then she gave him his order number or her order number. He walked back in the crate. I was like ready to get to drive out, and she's just staying there, and I just waved at her and I said, good luck, and I left.
Dude.
And I was like, I'm never going back to that store ever. And dude, I don't understand, man. I don't understand. It took me like an hour and 15 minutes to get an online order and a barbecue starter.
I have no words. I'm done, bro. I'm done. What? Wow. I don't know if I even took a breath. Like, I couldn't breathe. Where are we at for time? We're done, right?
Yeah, we're actually hour 15.
Holy
I think
shit.
That's just
Dude,
ended there.
Cut it there, bro.
Cut it there.
I gotta. Dude, I need to go to sleep after that or something. Wow.
And that was my shopping experience today. I think one of the worst. You guys both didn't know about that before. And so, what do you guys have to say? Lexi?
I don't even know what I can say. I
I don't have a lot to say.
In a podcast, I try, we try and work off of each other, and, have a conversation. I couldn't even speak. I couldn't even speak. I just
don't know how a place that it was too. It was literally an old grump that just wanted to talk to his friend Jimmy. It was, I don't know, the girl at the cash she might have had a disability. I'm not sure. And then this obsessed door lady that wouldn't let anybody in the store that looked like she was like 24, and her younger brother working in the crate at the back of the store. I don't know how something like that stays in business.
Dude, I'm done. Let's just end it at that. I'm good to end it at that.
Dude, I don't know how something like that stays in business, man.
Where can they find you, bro? Where can they find you?
AdamRowe.ca and AdamRowe98 on Instagram. What
Just
about you, Max?
Just find me at Max Kobetich on Instagram, and
Dude,
be careful when you go out shopping. It's a dangerous place out there.
holy moly. Holy moly.
All right. Well, yeah, I think that's it.
I think that's it too, dude.
I think that's it. We're done. I'm good.
We're
See you
outta
later.
here.